welcome back to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. Hope you guys started off your new year with a great big bang. I hope everything is going well for you. We are here today with a rather new blend for us, in the hopes of trying lots of new things that we typically would not try. We are going to give you our impressions today on Watch City Cigars Flake number 558.
Yep.
Now, actually, Watch City Cigar just was named the Tobacconist of the Year for the Country Squire for 2020.
Yep.
So this is great. Now, I've tried a few other blends from Watch City, and every single one of those blends have been delicious. I've tried Nor'easter. I've tried Ahab's Comfort. I've tried the Church Warden. All three of those, of course, they're all English blends, are just delicious, delicious blends, and they're in my regular rotation. So we're going to jump in and try this one. This is actually a Virginia-based blend. It has Kentucky Perique and Virginia in it. There is no flavoring. It's in a kind of a crumble cake flake style. You get it in bulk from Watch City Cigar. We'll put the link to this particular blend in our description so that you can go straight to it. Strength on this is medium. Flavoring, there's no flavoring, and the taste is medium. So let's jump right in and give you our thoughts on this one. So what do you think about the tin note on this one, Nathan?
Well, let me get a good tin note on it.
The Perique in this one, to me, does exactly what I want it to do.
Yeah.
When you smell that Perique comes out a little bit with that figgy, raisiny kind of...
Yeah, not that harsh spiciness that we get sometimes out of the normal Perique blends, and I'm wondering if they source... Well, I think technically for it to be a Perique, they have to source it from one location, but...
Yeah, in Louisiana.
Yeah.
But
it's different than any other Perique I've since smelt before, because normally it's very peppery, very, very hot for a particular way of saying Perique is, but this one is very... You smell the Virginias, the nice stoved grassy Virginias, some slight floral hints from the Kentuckys, but really, that Perique is just, it's earthy, and that figginess that you're getting from it, and just a moderate hint of spice, just a very touch.
I mean, it's reminiscent of some of those McClellan matured red Virginias that they had. There's a pungent smell. There's kind of a sweet and tangy smell, kind of like that ketchupy, vinegary smell in it.
Yeah.
It's got an earthiness to it. I even get, we talked about that kind of a dark fruit from the Perique, but I also get even like a cranberry in there as well. I mean, to me, it's very reminiscent of those McClellan brands.
Yeah.
Really nice tin note on this one. Cool. So what do you think about the taste on this one?
I get some sweet grass taste from it, probably predominantly because it's a Virginia blend. And once again, the Periques are just working in a different way than I've ever had a Perique work. This is my first try on this smoke, and I'm surprised that there is Perique in it.
Yeah. I don't smoke Virginias. I especially vapors. But this one is just got a really, really nice mellowness to it that is pleasing. It's comforting. It's really, really good. It's really good. When I'm tasting, I get some of that dark fruit from the Perique. I get a little bit of spiciness from the Perique, maybe also from the Kentucky. The Kentucky might add a little bit of that spiciness as well. But I get a typical red matured Virginia taste from this with the kind of a little bit of a hay and that tartness that's in there. There's a small hint of citrus that I'm getting as well. There's some woodiness. There's enough. See, I'm an English lover, and I like that smoky woodiness from Englishes that I get. And there's enough of that in this to kind of let me lean towards this on a Virginia that I enjoy, that I really do enjoy. The sweetness on this, as those Virginias begin to kind of meld through the smoke, get a little sweeter. It gets a little sweeter towards the end of the smoke on this one, so it's pretty cool. It's got red Virginias in it. It's got bright Virginias in it. It's got stove Virginias in it. It's just kind of a collage of Virginias in here with Kentucky and Perique kind of adding to the flavor profile on this. It's delicious. It's very tasty.
One thing I'm interested in is they said this is a flake.
Yeah, they call it a flake, but it's more like a crumble cake.
Yeah, it looks a lot more like a cake.
Yeah, and it breaks apart really easy.
Yeah,
like a crumble cake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you get any other flavors out of this one?
I get your Virginias, that some of that woody taste coming forward. Gosh, man, the way it structures it is it almost seems like it's blended to be a vapor. Virginia Perique.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like the rest of them that I've tried. It's really interesting. It's very calm.
Yeah.
It's like a aged vapor, like a very mild mannered one. He's been matured.
And putting it in a crumble cake or a flake form kind of speeds up that aging process a little bit. And this one we've had sitting around for 4 or 5 months too. So sitting in a jar, kind of doing its thing, is also helped it a little bit. I love it. It's delicious. It's a very good mature red Virginia.
Yeah, it's another good notch on the board for Watch City Cigar.
Let me tell you, those guys, I have not tried anything from. Now, mind you, I've only tried about 5 blends, and they've got dozens of blends that you could try. I only bought the flakes and the crumble cakes. I kind of like that.
Yeah,
I kind of like those types of tobaccos. But I'll be going back for more, and I'll be trying a lot of other blends that they have.
Yeah, me too.
Just some good stuff. All right, well, what do you think about the room note?
I think it's tolerable. It's got a strong smell. That's where the Perique comes out and does its thing like it normally does. It's kind of a strong scent.
Yeah.
And I think most people will find the scent tolerable. Smokers would find the scent tolerable. Yeah.
I'm with you on that. To me, the room note is not very similar to the tin note.
Yeah.
There's a lot more tobacco-y, smoky kind of smell to it. Not unpleasant for me, but for others around you might be a little bit, on the harsh side.
Yeah.
But I'm not smoking it for other people. I'm smoking it for me.
For me, yeah.
And let me tell you, it's really
tasty.
A delicious
Yeah.
Virginia Perique. Yep. All right. So moisture level on this. Here it is. It's been sitting in this jar for 4 or 5 months, and still.
Yeah.
The moisture level is a little bit on the wet side.
Yeah.
You probably do good to kind of let this one, rub it out and let it sit for 15, 20, 30 minutes. And then what I have discovered with this one, this is a great blend to load your pipe the night before, pick it up the next day and smoke it. It's perfect, and all of the flavors come out that way when I do that. So that's the way I enjoy to do this. All right. Well, what do you think about the nicotine on this?
Ooh. This one's a little moderate too. This one hits a little bit, and I'm not sure if it's because of what I've smoked earlier today versus now that I'm still feeling a good hit, but this one I feel like also hits a little moderate level as well.
Yeah, it wasn't strong like the one we tried earlier, like the crooners.
Yeah,
or some
burley,
of those. Yeah,
those burley blends.
But it's okay. It's about normal for me. It's about a normal nicotine content from what I smoke. I would probably call it moderate as well. Nice. So this was gifted to us. Actually, this one was gifted to us by Boss Hog 104 from down in the Houston area.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really well balanced. It's got a mild sweetness. It's got kind of a sweet and tangy thing going on.
Yeah.
It's not spicy. It's not spicy at all. Savory. It's got really rich flavor to it. Burns kind of slow.
Yeah.
And I do have to do some relights.
I do too.
Here and there. That's because of the moisture
Just
content.
got a little bit of some sweetness to it, a little too now.
Yeah.
You're right. As it burns down, it gets a little sweeter.
A little sweeter.
It's kind of nice.
Aftertaste is pretty good on this one.
Yeah.
It's kind of a little bit of a sweetness to it. To me, I wouldn't call this an all-day smoke, but it's definitely a kind of a relaxing smoke.
Yeah.
I like this. Maybe towards the end of the day, this would be a good smoke to sit down and just kind of contemplate.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. This is aged well, even in the 4 or 5 months that it's been there. I bet if you leave it for a few years, this is going to be some delicious stuff.
Yep.
I don't do the stuff, the stacking stuff, and with that, I usually rub out all my flakes and all my crumble cakes. So that's the way I enjoy to smoke this. But I've never tried it, doing it the other way.
I don't know if you could. I mean,
Well,
with a
guys-
flake, yeah.
Well, a lot of guys won't take the time to rub every single flake out.
Yeah, yeah.
And they'll just kind of do it that way, which kind of slows down the burn.
Yeah.
And probably would give you a little more spice taste that way.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
It just still, the Perique doesn't do what it normally does, and it's throwing me off. Not disliking it, it's just throwing me off, because I do sometimes get a peppery Perique, and then I don't.
Yeah. Interesting. I like this. I like this a lot. I'm not a Virginia guy. I like this.
Yeah.
And I'll smoke this.
Yeah, well, what are you going to give it?
Well, the only downside about this is that it's a little more expensive than most other bulk blends, but you're getting quality tobacco with this.
Yeah.
And not to say that you're not getting quality tobacco in other bulk blends, but this just has a different level to it,
Yep.
a different level of quality to it. It's about $4.49 an ounce, and you can only buy it in 2-ounce increments.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, from Watch City. So that's a little deterrent, but other than that, it's a delicious taste. I'm going to give this one a 4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is really, really good. This is the type of Virginia that I want to smoke. I don't want to smoke those vapors that are just spicy and you have to work with them a lot.
Yeah.
This is just really, really good. It's ready to go right out the tin or right out the bag. So
Yeah.
I give this a 4.
See, I'm torn on this one.
You like a different Virginia.
I do. And I think that's the thing that's splitting me on this one, is it's almost, to me, it's jumping in territory of, I don't really know how to say it aside from, I know the vapors that I smoke, and I know the Virginias that I smoke, and I know the blends that are Perique with Virginia and all these other things, to me, they all stay in their realms. And this one is like crossing borders between them. It's interesting. I like it. I'm really torn, though, what score I want to give it. Between a 3, because it's like I'm not getting the Virginia taste that I normally am. And the Perique is just not doing what I want it to do. And I don't know if it's because I don't like that, or if it's because it's interesting and it's catching me off guard. But I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with a 3.5 on this.
Okay.
I really feel that because of its interest and the way the tobacco is smoking and the way it's preserved and how it tastes, it is an interesting come to every now and then smoke. And it catches me off guard. I couldn't smoke it all day, but
Well, you and
I
I
like
have
it.
different palates for sure. I mean, your Virginia tastes are more towards the
grassy, light, very, and when I want to have a pepperiness to it, like a smoky, very hot style, I'll grab a vapor that has a good quarter of it is that Perique, and it's that peppery, really hot Perique that is in it. And that's the kind of smoke. I don't want to feel my tongue after that smoke when I grab one of those.
Well, you and I guess that's just the great thing about tobaccos and tobacco smoking.
Yeah.
Is that there's so many different things out there that people like, and there's so many different tastes, palates.
Yeah.
There's, to each his own, and you smoke what you like.
Yeah.
This one just is really high on my list.
Yeah.
I like this a lot. All right, cool. So, I gave it a 4, 3.5. What do you want to do with that?
Round it up.
Round it up.
Yeah, well, they're the winner of 2020 Best Tobacconists, so go ahead and give them a 4.
All right, so for Watch City Cigar, Flake number 558, we give this a solid 4. This has been a really, really good tasting vapor. I enjoy it. And like I said, guys, there's a whole lot of selections out there from Watch City. You need to get on their website and just kind of peruse. That's what I did. I made a list of all of their flakes, and I just started checking them off as I went along. I found that every single one of them, they're unique, but they're all very, very quality stuff.
Yeah, they are.
So far, the 5 that I've tried are really delicious. All right, cool. Got anything else you want to add?
Guys, continue to like, comment, and subscribe. It's really helping us out. We're really growing the channel, so I'm really happy about that. And this is a perfect example. We probably wouldn't have smoked any of Watch City Cigar stuff until 2021 when we heard about them.
Right.
But because we have people like Boss Hog 104 sending us stuff and telling us, try this, try this, try this, we're able to enjoy the experience a little bit before we probably normally would have.
And share it with others.
Yeah. So, awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. I think this came on one of our subscribers put this on our radar back in, March of last year.
Yeah, Watch City Cigar.
Yeah, and then that's kind of what prompted me to go ahead and start trying some of those. And then thanks to Boss Hog, I probably would have never tried a Virginia from them.
Yeah.
Simply because I like
English.
Yeah. So now I've got another avenue that I can start pursuing. And
this is a very interesting one from them.
All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot for watching. We do appreciate you. Don't forget,
make all your piping moments count.
Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.